So anyway, like I said in one of my previous videos, I would go ahead and do a video where I make my own e-juice. So today I am going to make probably my favorite recipe. It's pretty simple, and it's a good, what they call a shake and vape recipe. So you don't have to let it steep. You can just shake it up and it's good to go. And it is a lemon sugar cookie flavor. And there's a website you can go to called All the Flavors, which gives you the amounts and mixtures you need to be able to make the juice. There's a few different methods for making it. I tend to use the weight method because it's just easier. But the website's alltheflavors.com. I put my recipes on there, a few people do. So for this recipe, all you need are a few basic ingredients. These are flavorings. So this one is from Flavor Art. It's meringue. This one's from the Flavor Apprentice. It's key lime. This is a sweetener called Super Sweet. It's made by Capella. And then the Sugar Cookies V1 flavor, that's also from Capella. And then Lemon Meringue Pie version 2, also from Capella. And then of course I have my nicotine, which this is a 48 milligram per milliliter bottle of nicotine. And of course, gotta make sure you shake it up real good before you proceed. And then this is a 500 milliliter bottle of vegetable glycerin. This you burn through very quickly. And this is a 500 milliliter bottle of propylene glycol, which I bought this at the same time I bought this. So yeah, you can see how quickly you run out. And then of course you need a digital scale, which is what this is. And that goes down to the hundredths of a gram. And then I use the syringe for the nicotine. And then of course you need rubber gloves and a bottle to mix it in. So it's very straightforward. So I plug in what I want on this. So I put in all my information, the nicotine mixture, the VG-PG ratio I want, what size bottle. This is a 60 milliliter. Again, once I got all my supplies together, I go ahead and set up, turn on my scale, take the bottle I'm going to use, place it on the scale, and then hit the Terry button, or Tare, or whatever. It zeroes out the weight that's already on there. Now, when I do my mixtures, I like to do the nicotine first, because that way if I put too much nicotine in, I can always take some out and I don't ruin the whole mixture. Which is a bonus, because you can completely ruin a bunch of stuff if your nicotine mixture is off. And that's a pain. Now with nicotine you got to be really careful. You don't want to get any on you, okay, because it's a very strong mixture, much higher than what you, okay, so make sure the nicotine is nice and mixed, shaken up, okay, so go ahead and open this up, take the trusty little syringe I got here. Okay. So. My scale only goes out to 1, so I'll do 3.9, just to be on the safe side. Okay, then once you get that in, then you do Atari again, and your nicotine's done. That's what it looks like. Grams of the lemon meringue pie V2, which is this one. So we'll go ahead and do that one. Hopefully I have enough in here. I might not. Which would really suck. Thinking it might not. Okay, we got that in there. Well, I guess my camera decided to shut itself off. So anyway, I mean, I'm pretty sure you get the gist of it at that point. After you put the VG in, you get a mix that looks kind of like that, because VG is very thick. And then you just shake it up. Like I said, this is a 60 milliliter bottle. And you shake it up real good. Like I said, make sure you wipe off the bottle. And of course, the other safety thing you gotta do is you gotta make sure that your nicotine lid is closed, because I'm an idiot sometimes. You don't want to knock that over and spill it, because that would be very, very bad. Like I said, one of the advantages of this recipe is it is a good shake and bake. So take nice and shook up. You can just take it, vape it right away. See? Voila. So, hopefully I didn't lose too much of that previous video that I was recording. I may have to do a little bit of creative editing, but it's straightforward. And like I was saying, VG, you want more VG, and in this recipe I didn't even need the VG. So I'm kind of finding out that for an 80-20 mixture, you don't need a big bottle of PG, because all of the flavorings are held in a PG solution. So you get most of your propylene glycol in that mixture, and then with the nicotine being in PG, there you go. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I use Nicotine River to get all of my flavorings. It's a very good website, and they have everything you need. This was a starter kit you can get. The starter kit did not include the scale. I had to buy the scale separately, but you can get that at pretty much any head shop. You know, but it did come with everything else. You get to pick out 10 flavorings you want, and go from there. So, you know, it comes with the syringes, it comes with these bottles, you know. You get what you want of the VG and the PG. And this bottle of juice, if I went to a store and bought it, would be like 20 bucks. Add up the amount of ingredients I use in it, and it winds up costing me like $1, maybe $1.20. And most of that expense is in the bottle, which you can reuse the bottles. So it's very, very cost effective. So, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. You know, I'm going to expand some of what I do. I may do some cooking videos and whatnot as well. I got to figure out using this camera, because I haven't ever used this camera setup before for videos. Just to give you an idea, I'm going to do a picture of the camera setup here. It's a DSLR, and like I said, I've never actually used it for recording video, but supposedly they're pretty good. Okay, and there is another method of making juice, which is a lot simpler. And this one you can order from a website called Liquid Barn. They have their basic e-liquid, which you can pick up in any PG/BG mixture you want with whatever milligrams, 3, 6, 12, I think they even do Nick salts, so you can, and those go 30, 40, 50, whatever. I like the 3 milligram mixtures, so this is a lot more straightforward. It's not as complicated, no skill needed. Through them you buy flavor concentrates. This is Muffin Man, which is an apple cinnamon muffin one. I think this bottle was like 12 bucks, and I've already made a couple mixtures off of it. And then you get their bottles, which are these, and they're pretty cheap, and they have the percentage scale on them. So this mixture recommends 15% starting percentage for this flavoring. So you shake up this flavoring vigorously, and then you take the bottle you have, and the 15% mark is right there. And so you take the flavoring and you put it in. You take your mixture here, shake it up real good, and then fill it up to the 100% mark. Once you got it filled, put your cap on. Shake it vigorously. Now the advantages of this is you don't have to measure out the concentrate yourself because it's all mixed in this bottle. This bottle here I think was 12 bucks. I've done 3 bottles of it so far and I've still got that much left. This bottle was like, I think also 12 bucks. So, and it is a 500 milliliter. It'll last you quite a bit. And I think I can make like 10 batches of this pretty much. So, yeah, once you shake it up, it's pretty much good to rock at that point. This is also a shake and vape thing. It's also got that little safety lid on it, so your tamper-proof lid. Then you take it, you shake it, and you vape it. Now, like I said, the advantages of this is a name brand flavor. 120 milliliter bottle of this is like $35. This is a 60 milliliter bottle. Between the cost of this, and this, it works out to about $2.50 a bottle, give or take. It's a little more expensive because you're doing name brand, pre-mixture, whatnot. It's cheaper to mix it yourself, but it tastes just like the stuff you buy in the store. I highly recommend this, especially if you don't want to get into the whole thing. The mixtures and messing with nicotine and all that. And like you saw, I didn't have to wear gloves with this because this is not as concentrated of a nicotine mixture. And as you can see, it has the ingredients listed. So vegetable glycerin 80%, propylene glycol 19.7%, nicotine 0.3%. Bam. There you go. Straightforward. So if you don't want to go the hardcore method, that's the other method, and that'll last you a good long while, So there you go. Pretty straightforward. So hopefully this helps some people out and you know, save you some money and get you off of cigarettes. People think it's a lot more complicated than it really is. Here's the bottle I mixed before. Here's that bottle. Very straightforward. So till next time, have fun.